I'm now going to show how to fit bristles into the constructor brush. This is a Swift pack. We simply open it up, slide everything out. We have channel A bristles, channel B bristles, and channel C bristles. Then we have here the bristles for the middle, should be 5, and the outside ones, which are a little bit longer than these. So in this case we're gonna start with the middle ones. You just simply slide it in. Yeah, there we go. And then line it up so it's in the middle, so here and here is more or less the same. Okay, great. Slide in. Okay, and in the end we bring in the ones for the outside. Again, make sure they line up in the middle, so both got the same distance. Okay, good. So then we're going to work on the end caps. I will quickly explain. This is an end cap, and channel A would be fitting here and then the top one. So the first and the last. Channel B goes in the second from the bottom and second from top, and channel C is simply in the middle. Same on this side. A goes here and here, B goes second, and C in the middle. So let's start with A. We always like to put, if there's any angle, to make sure that the angle goes outwards, which will help the cleaning. Okay, so channel B. Slide them in there. Okay, now we're coming to the trickiest part of putting a constructor brush together, fitting the end caps onto the aluminum channel. Let's put this one aside. We start on this side. We gotta make sure that this tube lines up with this end cap. I like to pull this out a little bit so it's out of the way, and then we come in and we just gotta make sure all of them line up in that one moment before we can push them in. So like I said, this is the trickiest part. If you take a minute or two, we are taking a minute or two as well. Yeah. Okay, and I got it. So now I slide them in, and then at some point I gotta create an angle and make sure the end goes into the channel, right? So first we slide them in, and then, oh, in this case my chat's trying to go on the chat channel, so I just pop it out, push it in, and then create the angle and push the end cap fully into the aluminum channel. Yeah, so now we're in. In this case, if there's a little disadjustment, we just push it down with the screwdriver, and then we can come back to the other side and put on the screws. For that, there's a little bit force needed, but we can do it. We manage. We're window cleaners. So one screws in, Second screw's coming. Okay, both screws are in. Then what we can do, we slide all the remaining bristles just against these, so when we put on the other side there's enough room and there's no extra force needed. And for this we can, yeah, there we go. So here we go, next side. I don't like this at all. Fiddle it in, the tricky part, but once it's lined up it's no problem at all. And okay, and I'm in. I'll bend this up. Again. Okay, slide it all the way in, then put the angle down, put the end cap on completely. Next step, just like with the other one, we put these screws in. That's another tricky part, but we can manage. Sometimes we like to do it like this, where we put the strength or the stress on the other end cap while we push this down and line it up. Oh shit, it slipped out. Move this a little bit, get a different angle. Okay, and it's done. So, and there's one last tricky part. We come in from underneath and we push in the rhino tube into the last jet. But it should be doable. With enough push and enough force. Just push it down, slide it in, wiggle it. Make sure it's in enough, yeah. And then we just simply bring the tube around and put the tube in. And there's the end cap jet. We push that one down as well and make sure it lines up into positioning where you want the water to spray. Just give it a small push and it's in. Same here, just push it down till it clicks and line up the jet and wherever you would like it to spray. And we do the same on the other side, and then we are done with assembling our constructor brush. Okay, in enough, bring it over, push it down, push the tube in all the way around. Oh. We're done. The constructor brush is now ready. Since we changed the T, I mean now we have the jets on the top and the T at the bottom, the fitting side to side also needs to be turned around, and I'll explain this in a second. Take the nut back in.